Man, this is delicious.
Oh, it's so sweet.
The food economy, man, right here in
This is the first Lou cantaloupe I've ever had.
So good.
What?
So sweet.
So how do we do this?
We're gonna rock this town.
All the bayous, all the floodplains and all that will be turned into farmland. So what happens is the food economy, all the, like there's 70,000 abandoned lots in Houston that the cities doesn't get taxes and stuff. I heard that years ago. And what would happen is in a food economy, we would convert that over into farmland.
We're gonna rock this town. It's shiny and it's gonna be so shiny.
So we build this lab where we're putting together through discovery all this kind of agriculture. Because there's hundreds of varieties of melons. And then what we saw at Prairie View is where they're taking and they're grafting those rootstocks. Maybe there's even more we could get. I was just thinking in the food economy, what if we there's hundreds of varieties probably of cucumbers, and we figured out how to graft them so we don't have whatever the mildew problems and stuff like that are. So we create an abundance of varieties. So it'd be nice if these inner cities become these really incredible places to taste variety.
Yeah. Unique, different kinds of varieties there.
You know what? This weekend, what I was hoping to do is go and do a seawater run.
Oh yeah.
And if you ever tasted food that's got the 92 trace elements, not to say that the plants use all those, but the 92 trace elements are the trace elements when you mineralize the soil. It just gives the food this incredible taste.
I'm starting to try this.
And it's time.
No, we got to do it. How do you transport it from the
I got a
water truck or like a big?
Well, what I had to do is I had a sump pump and then a little generator, and what I would do is pump it from the sea. What I've been doing is going to like High Island because there's all these estuaries over there, so the water's kind of filtered. And what I do is put that pump in the water and then pump it into a tote. And then I've got a 275 gallon tote that we can fill up. So we gotta do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We gotta get there. It's time to get the seawater. So here's with the 55 gallon drums that we're using.
Yeah, right.
I want to start adding the seawater to it, as well as the fish mulching and some of the other
275
stuff.
times 8. Probably 9 seawater too. Let's see. 300 times 9.
27.
I won't drill it. I'll be calling Kelvin to come get my ass.
Wait, I gotta get some work done in my truck and then.
How big is your container this that you got?
275 gallons.
275.
So my thinking is food economy would have 10,000 farmers just as an idea.
Well,
And
they
they would
would finance the food economy. So where does the seed come from? Who's going to buy that seed? Who's going to trade for that seed? Where do we get that?
The thing is, on something like that, it would be a startup. And my thinking is, like Lou would be, say we got a grant for whatever money. So we start out with a few people and we start building the food economy. So what we do is we capture, instead of doing 2.5 acres, we're doing 5 acres, 10 acres, and we stay in that general area. But the whole idea of it is we perfect it so that everything we grow, we're growing for reasons. It could be to feed the shelters. It could be to fuel a money situation where we're selling to restaurants and stuff like that. And the idea at first is that we probably need some kind of subsidies in order to get it going. there'd have to be grants and stuff like that. And then after that started, it wouldn't be just about growing food though. I mean, we would have a whole bunch of other stuff. It'd be like building resources.
Look at this. I can make it into a ferry boat. Ooh, this one looks like a pretty hat. Ferries are big as this.
We need essentially a lobby, the city council and those people, because what we know growing food is relatively simple. It's the getting it distributed that's difficult. So, and that's due to a lot of outdated rules and regulations, state, local, state, county, and city. So, I mean, really, we need a group of people that will lobby the city council or somebody, you know, to give us the lots and to permit us to sell this food that is kind of in a no man's land because it's not what they consider a real farm. We don't necessarily meet, you know, all the state, county, and city regulations that have been established over the last 100 years that dealt more with trucking in food and chemicals and pesticides and all that sort of thing. So yeah, we're really starting to. I keep going back to that movie we saw, Eating Alabama. They said they went to look for their grandfather's farm and they didn't find it. It no longer exists. And as long as we try to deal with these archaic rules that are still in existence, you know, we're going to continue to have a difficult time getting rid of food. I mean, we've ran it out the loo. You know, you got to have if you're a farm, you only can have your family picking it, and you can't slice stuff in half. I mean, there's just all kinds of weird rules that they all had a purpose. They still do have a purpose, many of them, but they make it very, very difficult for us. And all these little local gardens that are growing and coming up and everywhere, and they all hope to sell their food, make it very, very difficult for those people to market that food and distribute it.
We're gonna rock this town. Yes, we're gonna rock this town.
It was done in mounds. Mickey did it. He did the mounds and the watering using the colas.
Oh.
That's awesome. That's amazing, man. Just think this big fruit
Man, that was really good.
that's great.
I think the only way they could be any better is if it's cold. I'm really surprised.
That's really good.
It's really very good.
I grew some cantaloupe one time in just a mushroom compost, and there was no taste at all. And then what I did is I went and harvested a bunch of horse manure and mixed it with the mushroom compost, and it was delicious. But just the critters, man. The critters knew that the cantaloupe was ready. If you were an hour late, they were eating all at all.
Shine. Bye. Hope you liked our video. Bye. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Bye.